What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. How's that bite? I'm glad you made it again. Today we are in the naval yard again, and we are going to be doing three things. We're going to be cutting a hole in the boat right here for the kayak hatch. More importantly, to gain access into the hull of the boat to begin all the wiring from all the points of electronics to the panel switch here. We're going to be doing a simple mount, a battery terminal connector, and we're going to be doing a Yakattack Geartrac mount. And that, again, is going to be what holds in place the panel switch. So not necessarily a heavy job in one way or the other, just a couple of small jobs to be done all at once. So first things first, I'm just going to quickly install this battery terminal connector by Yak Power. Just to give you a quick insight, this is supposed to be plug and play. I am doing a little bit of Frankensteining here. So right off the gate, the posts on my battery were a little bit larger than the terminal butts here. So I just took my Rapalus to it, peeled back the plastic, and opened up the ports here a little bit more on either end, and then placed them over the posts and snugged them right back into place. I am going to end up taking wire cutters to this and connecting this to the 10 gauge marine grade wire that I purchased, and then running that marine grade wiring to the switch panel. But for today, we're just going to do the plug and play aspect of the install and just plug this in. Quick side note, I purchased this because it does have in here, wow, a 15 amp fuse, which is very key. I would say it's the main reason why I purchased this and not just doing some home rigging. I did want to get a fuse in there so if something does happen and I end up blowing something, it's going to be this fuse as opposed to my fish finder or any other electronics that I might have, or all of them. You never know. So again, what I'm going to do here is just do the linkage and then slip the plastic right back over. Black to black, red to red. All right, not the easiest thing pulling the plastic back over, but it does make it watertight. And that's what it looks like, all finalized and complete. And we'll put it to the 10 gauge marine wiring with a marine grade waterproof connection. Now next, we're gonna cut a hole in the boat. As much as it pains me, but it's necessary to do any of the wiring and have it as much out of the way as possible. Also, this boat did not come with any access to the hull, and I think that that's sort of necessary at this point, so let's just go ahead and get her done. For this, I'm going to use a sheetrock knife to create my cavity, so let me get you in here for a little bit tighter look. And again, all I'm going to do here is just grab the sheetrock knife and start to create a dip in there. Lost the perception logo. And eventually this is going to go permanently mounted. I was able to get a set of 2 kayak hatches. I need to order 1 more. My boat has availability for 3, 1 in the front, 1 in the middle, 1 in the back. I do have to get marine sealant, and I also need to get the hardware again for all 3. Just a quick trip to Home Depot, that'll take care of it. But for the most part, that's what we got going. Now, the next part of the job, the Geartrac from Yakattack. So what we're going to do is move this out of the way first of all. open this up second of all. And then get to measuring. So I measured out 1 inch in distance and have my Geartrac recessed in 1 inch. And that'll keep my panel switch flush and out of the way. Next, I'm going to clamp down and mark the holes that are going to be drilled out to mount the Geartrac in place. Okay, I have the first 2 holes marked in. I'm going to do those 2 first, get some of the hardware loosely in place, and then finish accurately marking them off with the marker. Okay, once the other 3 Geartracs are in place, now I'm just going to go back with the magic marker and mark the other 3 holes before I drill them out. Okay, then I'll go and drill the holes out. Now we'll go ahead and place the Geartrac. And voila, now all we need to do is secure the washers and the bolts. And it is an Allen key variety, so I'm just going to grab the correct size Allen key and twerk it from on top. Then it's just a matter of grabbing a small or medium-sized channel lock in this case, gripping the nut from underneath, and twisting into place the Allen key. All right, you can see she's all nice and tight, not going anywhere. And what I'll go ahead and do is, so I do happen to have a couple extra mighty bolts on me. I don't have 2 of the complete sets in terms of the mighty bolt washer and then the securing nut from on top. So I do have to go online and order some from Yakattack, but for show and tell purposes, that is what she'll end up looking like. At this point, what's coming up next in terms of boat mods and the Naval Yard series is, you guessed it, more holes in the boat. So we're gonna go ahead and cut out holes for the marine grade wiring coming from the battery, and then holes behind the panel switch to lead up into the panel switch itself. Again, I do have to order a couple more items, including marine sealant, and I have to take a trip out to Home Depot and get the proper hardware to finish installing the hatch. So just a couple more days of gathering and waiting on stuff in the mail, and I'll have another boat mod episode coming for you. For now, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. At this point, we're just waiting out spring. It'll be here hopefully before you know it, but I keep saying that and it keeps snowing more and more. YouTube, thank you for joining me today. It's been real. I'm Miguel Malenciano. This is Evolution Angler Bassin. And for now, peace.